The following contest is scheduled for one point. Introducing first, accompanied by Selena from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds. He is the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Few WWE superstars have fared as well throughout their careers as Randy Orton. Cool, calm, collected, but laser focused, and ready to explode at a moment's notice with an RKO out of nowhere. Hey, same time, world champions. As slick as they come. And as dangerous as anyone that walks the planet Earth. Here comes the worst champion.
And here's the partner from Holland, weighing in 224 pounds.
He's a Polsky, like the three of us. Nowhere near the pension for fake tan and spike hair as Zack Ryder does. He never stepped back and waited for opportunities to be handed to him. He went after those opportunities. He grabbed those opportunities, and he has made an amazing career for himself here in WWE. The Premier League has arrived. I would get ready to tell now. You might even take your shoes off. Come over here. Here, I'm going to show you something. Sit right here. This is what let me show you something else. What county has to play? 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 reasons why I'm the premier of this. 8 reasons why I'm better than each and every one of you.
And their opponents. First, accompanied by Dana Brooke from Long Island.
What is star power in this tag team match, guys? What do you say? In fact, if you ask me, well, they actually play as an affinity biggest stars in the WWE. Byron, you might as well give up your diet, your gym. You're never going to have an 8-pack. That's serious, right? Get some Tony Nese, man. Those ads are eruptive. Tony Nese really making a name for himself in WWE. 5-tool player.
And here's the partner from Miami, Florida, weighing in 265 pounds.
I got goosebumps back from Holland and beyond. The Rock has come back home. people are going nuts for the people's champion. SmackDown can't even hear what you're saying right now. It puts me happier. Talk about electrifying. This arena is rocking right now. The Brahma Bull has arrived. A much deserved ovation for the great one. An 8-time WWE champion. Rock's one of the biggest stars in the entire world. Byron, I think you should keep his name out of your mouth, Mr. Brody. Both legal man in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go. And man, I never get tired of watching these guys compete. Randy Orton has over 15 years of experience in WWE, and he hasn't slowed down a step. Yeah, if anything, the Vipers become even more proficient with that devastating RKO. Look at this thunderous slam. Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. Boom! To the jaw. Pick up your teeth in section 112. Uh-oh, he's got it set up here. Look at the suplex. Oh, that breaker. What you got to do is take one look at Tony Nese to realize he's a perfectionist. I mean, look perfectly slicked back hair and amazing physique. The man simply won't settle for anything less than perfect. There it comes. Get in. Stop. Breathe. Byron mentioned Tony Nese's perfect hair and amazing physique. And when it comes to that physique, Corey, there's no doubt Nese has a second residence at this local gym. Oh, yeah, Nese is handsome. Well, I assure you, you don't get that sort of physique by accident. You also don't get it by eating carbs. Wonder how long it's been since the Long Island native even looked at a bagel. There's precedent. Beautiful technique. During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. The team can win the first fall. That sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up. A 2 out of 3 falls match saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus as a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in a 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a right to Hardy. So there it is. The tag has been made. Oh, he needed to get the worst way, Michael. Oh, he's lying. I don't know. The jaw. Tag team history was made when the first ever SmackDown tag team champions were crowned, like Backlash 26. Oh, hung out the drive. Can he finish the job? The Rock looking a little out of his game right now. Those tag team matches, hands down. It was a lot longer in the tag team tournament finals. The Usos wanted to add another tag team title reign to their resume and enjoyed the recognition of being the first ever SmackDown tag team champions. The team of Ryan and Heath Slater was a team no one expected to be in the finals. Slater had extra motivation because he was fighting for a WWE contract. And at one point, it seemed like the Usos had everything well in hand, but Rhino and Heath Slater refused to lose. After a gore from Rhino practically cut Jimmy Uso in half, Rhino and Heath Slater went an unlikely tag team for the first ever SmackDown. Rock setting up fucking busted. He might have just ended this. Talk about getting knocked into the middle of next week. In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner lock. The Rock is in position. In a standard tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate is in the corner standing in the ring apron. I should also point out that the competitor in the ring, as far as the referee is concerned, is the legal man. Only the legal man can attempt to score a fall over an opponent. These superstars going all out in this matchup. And you're about to go from bad to worse. Oh, here's this moment, Michael. I have to tell you, the RKO from Randy Orton is a thing of beauty. Well, let's see what the man is getting into. The Apex Predator's speed and power are just the beginning because an RKO can occur at any moment. Uh-oh. I'm afraid of that. I thought he was a dog. Well, this guy's on. Look at. Corey, it still amazes me how quickly Randy Orton can strike an opponent with the RKO. Obviously, the WWE Universe feels the same way since the hashtag out of nowhere trends on social media whenever the Viper uncoils. Doesn't matter if an opponent was behind Randy Orton, in front of him, attacking him. The Viper is always one RKO from victory. Oh, it's goes down hard. He's going for the business, baby. And Zack Ryder easily getting the shoulder up. Yeah, seemed to be just testing the waters a bit there. There have been times in sports entertainment when unlikely duos have formed, and over time they develop a bond and become outstanding tag team combinations. The team that immediately comes to mind is the powerhouse duo of Cesaro and Sheamus. After their ruling best of seven series, I wouldn't think they developed into a top here. I don't think anyone thought Cesaro and Sheamus would develop into a premier tag team. Over time, the superstars realized that they were better as allies than as enemies. And when they combined, they were a great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around. Who's making a statement here with this attack? Well, what impact? This is it. Oh, that's the impact. The damage has been done. Gentlemen, Tony Nese, Mike, he's got the shoulders down. For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that a team matches should have two referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor, making sure teams follow the rules and do not engage in potentially damaging behavior. I think that's a good idea, something perhaps Mr. McMahon might want to consider. Earlier, you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for two referees being appointed to tag team matches. It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael. I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. And the opponent is pushing for them needs to do the job that they need to do. Nobody gets that much to ask. No, yes, that's something we say. But that's something to discuss with the greatest WWE superstar of all time. But he's back to a movie career that cemented the great one as the top leading man in Hollywood. You name the film genre, The Rock has conquered it. Hilarious comedies, car movie, summer action flicks. We've all made The Rock $1 billion man in Hollywood. Michael, you both discussed that he's got it covered. Okay, stops the camera. Racing right the mat alone. That's your time. Yeah, he seems to have an endless supply of energy. It's not over yet. Wow. Part of me thought he was going to tap Gold. Tap again. Oh, section. Oh, boy, he was good. Oh, hang on for dear God. Believe this one's over. Randy Orton with the tag. Nice first than me. It tackles the Rock. Oh, no, right to the arm. Laker extend your elbow. The arm, great strategy. What does Randy Orton need to do now? This is not what he wants to do right now, guys. He's now, and it's imperative that he doesn't lose focus and let his opponent back into this match. He needs some extra leverage here. It's showing for the rules. And it's a kick out by Randy Orton. Too soon. Devastating. This might be it. Randy Orton just slips out of bounds away. Oh, boy, he is woo. Like, he's fighting down here. I expected nothing less, Cole. Oh, boy, he is woo. And here comes Orton. And Randy Orton just slips out of harm's way. Oh, Ryder makes the tag. But the last handle swings. That's so much more these can take. Let's come down. One, two, somehow. Close ball. Boom. I set them up in position here on the second ball. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Here comes Zack Ryder. Ryder with the elbow drop. Yet again, with Zack Ryder proves that you can never count him out. And he tags his partner in. Momentum has certainly shifted here by Gold. Randy Orton, no problem in getting out of that one. Oh, takes it down in a major way, too. Randy Orton, that's what you thought. Zack Ryder gets the tag. Let's go with the reversal. Reverses it. The ball here in the suplex. It's not the it. Oh, my. On every screen where they works from that top turnbuckle. He might have it. Oh, that thing. This one is over. He's going to pin. Well, it was a close call. Not yet. That's how you wear down your opponent. Just, oh. Rock just barely got into the way so quick. The both were getting absolutely shoulder to back. One is the mark. Here we go. The Rock is in position. Rock's looking to finish this. If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will. Two. These athletes seem to have tried everything in their playbook. Oh, there's more in their arsenal. I promise you. I don't know what it is, but they'll find it. Zack Ryder makes the tag. Oh, no, right to the elbow. To extend your elbow. Zack Ryder wants to take a chance. Nobody controls the pace of a match. What like this? Look out! This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Don't take that, bro. Boy, he was rolling. That's a deal right there. One, two. And he get the near fall out of it. How did he do that? Oh, man. Oh, the elbow. And it's that rider shows some agility. Goodness. Jam your leg in a bad way. Apparently, we can summon this kind of energy at the limit. Wicked close on it. Although he is rolling. Impact. The Rock has taken a back. Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are. He's going to the pin. This curtain. And then a pin next to testament to grit. Wow, that's pure power, guys. Oh, the elbow. Oh no, here we go. The Rocks. This crowd never doubted that he goes for the cover. Oh, get it right there. Randy Orton is just one step behind there, guys. Here we go. The Rock is in position. Oh man, Randy Orton's in trouble. This crowd never doubted the. There's the cover. One, two, three. They got it. These guys feel no love for each other. Here's another look. Remember this? Yeah, he's putting it to work. Oh, I can't believe this. He was off foot the entire match, as you can see here.
Here are your winners, the premier athlete, Tony Nese, and
What kickball win here tonight? What we just saw there was a doctorate class in tag team competition. They just took the game to a whole other level. And I'd say that match certainly lived up to SummerSlam's historic and prestigious match. The train is in the station! Oh, it's generally think that Godfather is my favorite businessman.
The following contest is Super 4-1 Fall. Introducing first, company by Alicia Jones from Las Vegas, Nevada.
I think you sold it right. No, that was me. I'm not sure this is okay for our company. Of course it's okay. The Godfather got him legit. He's a street entrepreneur. He invests his money now, Byron. Well, we can sign up for a show day. I'm sure you're going to invest in what the Godfather invested in, Gus. I think she just winked at you, Byron. Yes. So nervous. Right in front of here and process the joint a little bit. I'm loving. Go Godfather. It's time once again for everybody to come on. The only one. Is there really been some business? Let the Godfather be flipping hose. And I want to hear you from the top of the scale to the football and everybody in between. Not enough for the Godfather himself.
And his partner from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 270 pounds, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Goldberg.
For the driving forces behind WCW success, former WCW champion, a man who absolutely breathes intensity. WCW championship holders, a two-time United States champion, one-time WCW tag team champion. Oh, and by the way, a WWE Universal champion. In fact, to go back there, WCW World Wrestling in 1998 was over defeated 8 members of the NWA Battle Royal. I was back when pretty much everybody in WCW was in the NWO. You know what, Byron? They wouldn't let you in either. Back down the hatches. Here comes the master of the men.
And their hosts, first, weighing in at 380 pounds,
The earth is trembling with each step. I would do anything not to get stuck inside the ring with Braun Strowman. Oh, Byron, I would pay all of my bank account to watch you get these hands. What? What's going to hear? Hey, Michael, remember that time we threw you around? Yes, I stand up for myself. away from the locker room like a little girl. I remember things slightly differently. I was there too, but someone is gonna get these.
And his partner from WWE weighing in at 223 pounds. John Dawson.
He's got golf. He's always got that scowl on his face. Looks like he's done a test. The entire WWE universe. He doesn't contest the entire universe. He was once the Scott Dawson had a smile on his face. When they meet the New Day, so the Mania. Don't remind us of that, Michael. The bigger the stage, the longer Dawson brings the fight. Dawson looks fired up tonight. Both legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
If you haven't hit record yet, now might be a good time to do that. These guys are going to have a match you'll want to watch over and over again.
Damn. Dreaded clawing. Oh, man. My scarf. Grief. Oh, boy. Stop. Grief. Stop.
Hey Rani, how are you?
Uh-oh. Oh, what impact? Right to the spine. Of course, Braun Strowman has accomplished so many amazing feats over the years. But guys, one of the most amazing things I've ever seen was how Strowman responded to being taken to Suplex City. Blocked in. On the maneuver. It's blocking it. Oh, using the knee as a weapon. As Michael alluded to, Strowman reacted to being taken to Suplex City by actually popping right back up from Brock Lesnar's German suplex. I mean, stuff like that just is not supposed to happen. Byron, not only did Strowman immediately pop back up, but then he proceeded to manhandle, or should I say, monster handle, Lesnar like we've never seen before. Stop. Good grief. Enough already. Godfather starting to slow down a bit here. I don't think he expected to be in this position here. The beauty of tag team competition is that he does and slamming into the mat. That could be a game changer. That is exactly what Braun Strowman needed. And my Lord, good night. And here's the monster along that. Corey, look at the power. Hellacious power slam. This just might be enough for him to take the victory here. That is exactly what the shoulders are down. And he breaks up the pinfall. And it's not bothered with the reversal. Beautiful technique. Braun Strowman faltering some. He's really going to need to create some space for himself. Well, it's not dire consequences for him here, which is good. But just in case, he might want to think about getting his partner in there for a bit. All right, it's early, but he has to do everything in his power not to let this get out of hand. Oh, Trey. This might be the opportunity he needed. Things just went from bad to worse for Braun Strowman. But is it enough to end it? And he gets the shoulder on. Yeah, good luck keeping those massive shoulders on the mat. You can't believe this one's over. Irish whip. And tag in as Goldberg. Steve Rock. What does Braun Strowman need to do now to remain a factor in this match? And at this point, you have to wonder if he can recover from this.
He needs a breather in a bad way right now. If he could just make it to his corner and make the tag.
You know, I thought this match was going to be much more tightly contested. Guess that's not the case, though. Goldberg is looking building right now. Goldberg's, oh, nasty impact. Nice. Shut it down. Oh, what impact. Now, that's what I call making a statement. What a dive. That should do it. When it comes, wow, I thought he was a goner. Well, Strowman dodged that one. Look at Braun Strowman stalking him. And here's the monster along there. Corey, look at the hellacious power slam. I can't believe it, Michael. That just echoed throughout this entire arena. There's a pin now. And he gets the shoulder up. And the match continues. What beautiful technique. Incredible. Impact. Not sure how much he has left. That second is rolling forward right before our eyes. Oh boy, he is whirling. Roman here, completely establishing control. Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are. Over the last few years, the tag team scene at WWE, great job breaking the hold there. Good thing, too. That could have been ugly, Michael. Braun Strowman is taking a beating. Oh, and he makes the tag. That was a game changer right there, Michael. And he's taken down with authority. I felt the grip of sink on that one. Well, team competition right now is as heated as it's ever been. He's the quality there. Everywhere you look, there's another tremendous tag team combination. We're going to make a run at the WWE Tag Team Gold. We talk about the New Day, a team on a fatal four-way match for their second tag team title reign in 2015's SummerSlam. I may think the power of positivity stinks like a bag of dry McWoods, Kingston, and Big E are idiots. But I'll give the New Day this. They're one of the greatest tag teams ever. And what took them category was when their tag team championship reign lasted a record-setting 483. And will this be it? Waterman, an easy kick out from Scott Dawson. Not yet. Goldberg is looking golden right now. Goldberg just barely got out of the way. If every tag team in the back isn't watching this match right now, they're doing themselves a major disservice. Break down the apron. You can't believe this one's over. Oh, nasty impact. Good, settle there. Nice. Great elevation. Up, here it is. Combination. This is his opportunity. His shoulders are down. Two. Takes the shoulder. Definitely has his work cut out for him. Scoop slam. Chest. Things are looking unfavorable for Scott Dawson. He may very well be running on instinct right now. Look, Scott Dawson needs to get back to a systematic strategy now. When this guy's on, look at. He reverses it. He takes out the knee. Uh-oh. So think, look at this. One. Puts up the 10 and the match continues. Here we go. Fluttering inverted DDT. Oh boy, he is rolling. Boom. Here it comes once again. The train! I'm aboard the GOAT train. It's not Scott Dawson's night, guys. It's just not. This is Godfather's chance. Oh, man. A quick reversal by Scott Dawson. Yeah. Wicked close on it. Oh, and he takes. There's no reason to lose your footing on a move like that. Come on, toughen up. Boy, this has just been pandemonium. We've seen some great tag team action over the years here at WWE, and I can attest that this is no different. Reversal by Scott Dawson. Dawson is going in for the kill. Inverted figure four apply. Oh, just when you thought Scott Dawson was out of this one. That's an impressive tag team victory. That match is worth another look. Here we go. Look at it go. I like the one superstar, so light or another. Man, this was great. And this is the end of it.
Here are your winners. RAW SmackDown and Scott Dawson.
Gonna feel the effects of this win for a run. I can honestly say that a win is a little more satisfying when you make your opponent tap out. The arena is still bumping over that great match. Michael, Lori, you guys ready to fool him as well? Anyone?
It's your open club. Introducing first. One thing from Orlando.
This is the name we get.
Wait,
You do the same. Or, you can Naomi that's again. Maybe let this slide. Naomi's one of the most respected superstars in all of the women's division. One of the most athletic superstars in the history of WWE. Former pro basketball cheerleader, professional dancer, Naomi can do it all from bell to bell. And one of the most fun and exciting entrances in all of WWE. Naomi comes out. How can you get lost in the moment? Get it, girl. Drop cash for seconds. Just a drum. Here comes the play.
here's her partner from the Queen City, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Strickland.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at one of the reasons that the women's revolution has become the women's evolution. Charlotte spearheading a movement to take this women's division to a level of competition it has never seen before. About time I heard you pay the queen her proper respect, Saxton. Multi-champions, history maker, record setter, legend in the making. Princess.
And miracle. Yamaguchi today. The NXT Women's Champion. Kyrie.
You guys, you're looking for her to pull back and even the least bit tonight. Well, you don't know the champ at all. I completely agree, Cole. The title doesn't have to be on the line for the champ. You think you agree with her down entirely. Yes,
Here's her partner from San Jose, California. Bailey.
we can do it together, Michael. It's a wealthy win to playable, all playing, Bailey Bunny. Byron, what can we expect to see from these two teams here tonight? Michael, I only expect to see the two teams put on a good in tag team competition. That's how good these teams are. that's a infectious feeling when Bailey comes to town. When Bailey gets here, everybody's feeling her blood. Except her. The winner of the first ever Mae Young Classic, Kairi Sane, looking to show how she earned that honor with another big win tonight. The Pirate Princess Kairi Sane has won championship gold everywhere she set sail during her illustrious career.
Yeah, that includes becoming the first ever Mae Young Classic winner. Sane may look sweet, but she is a force to be reckoned with in the ring.
They're struggling for control right now. What impact? Oh, whiplash. And here we go. Oh, it's not the end. Oh, my. Swing. Where's the tag? Opponent out the ropes. Think about it. Damn. They'll be looking a little shaken. Her and her partner making a great tag team. We'll see what they're made of here. Ball straight forearm. Oh, harsh impact. Oh no, this isn't going to end well. Smart strategy. Attack the knee. Oh my God, I thought he just broken something. In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in Natalya and Carmella's corner. I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back. Here we go. I've seen it before here. Down the corner, there's a total exploder suplex. You gotta like your chances now. Oh, here it comes. This is all over. See, do it, Cole. There's no coming back from a slam of that magnitude. Oh, nasty impact. In order to be a premier tag team, a superstar and their teammate must have that continuity with a well-oiled machine inside the ring. I'm talking about classic techniques like cutting the ring in half, isolating your opponent, relegating them to your corner, and making frequent tags so that the fresh man is always in the ring. That's how you keep your opponents off balance. All measured up. Devastating kick. Corey, a few moments ago, you took us through what it takes for a tag team to be successful. Continuity between tag team partners is crucial. When a team is able to keep one opponent in the ring, he's saying, big move coming. You gotta believe this one's over. Game, set, match. This one is over. Charlotte is in trouble. Going to the top. High risk. Kairi Sane. Big move coming. It's the elbow. Charlotte is in trouble. Gentlemen, I think Kyrie's saying that just secured. She goes for the cover. The count's broken, keeping the match alive. It's not over yet. Landing there. Nothing to worry about. Just a little misstep on her part. Turns it around. Nice move. Stop. Good. Reef. And look this by saying. Boom. It comes Billy. Oh, what impact. And Charlotte was able to get out of danger there. Lucky for her. Now it's Bailey on her heels. By no means is this dire straits for her, though. In a tag team contest, a superstar, and she might have. He's got more fight in you. Technique. That's just Charlotte proving her down. The momentum 60 Charlotte now. Well, man, she's rolling now. And Charlotte throwing it with the spear. That's just Charlotte proving her dominance once again. In a standard tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate is in their corner standing on the ring apron. I should also point out that the competitor in the ring, as far as the referee is concerned, is the legal man. Only the legal man can attempt to score a fall over an opponent. Look at Bailey making her moves. Oh, I'm going to say about Bailey. She better do something fast. Look at this. She lets her up. She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping. I think. Corey, we know Bailey can be a threat in the women's division, but her game isn't without its flaws. How should her opponent expose those? We've seen Bailey lack killer instinct. She won't go where other women often will. Take her to a place where she's uncomfortable, a place where her only chance to win requires ruthlessness. And watch her destroy. Look at her go! That smart observation Corey made about Bailey's lack of a killer instinct has cost her in the past. Bailey is a sympathetic competitor, and that usually doesn't go well in WWE. Bailey has trouble getting extreme. It's not her DNA. Perhaps it's best to back into a corner where drastic measures would be her only option. Then take advantage of her hesitation. She shows signs of life. She's showing a lot more than that. Charlotte is rolling here. The Flair legacy grew in Charlotte's first WrestleMania, where the Raw Women's Championship was revealed. Charlotte's style, profile, and rank at WrestleMania with the glory. Boom! Kick finds. She looks for it once again. She is on fire. That was vicious. Well, you mentioned Charlotte's first WrestleMania. Winning at WrestleMania is check out the torque on the back. All right, she gets out of it. She had to move right now, Michael. Oh, man, she's rolling. The competition was fierce at the first ever Mae Young Classic. NXT stars, top international talent, some former WWE performers, all converged in a field of 32. But there could be only one victor, and that winner was the Pirate Princess, Kylie Sane. Michael brought us back to the inaugural Mae Young Classic. That's just Charlotte proving her dominance once again. Look at the quickness by saying. When I think of these senseless betrayals in WWE history, Charlotte cutting down her father in front of the entire WWE universe might be the most heartbreaking. That was just brutal. And it's Bailey fired up. Byron, you mentioned that moment with Charlotte fire her father. It was harsh, but she brought up a good point. Back then, folks still called her Ric Flair's daughter. Well, Rick married Leonard is success, but she's become a megastar without him. Now they patch things up, and the world will soon know him as Charlotte Flair's daddy instead. Charlotte's done talking. She better do something fast. She's out. She escapes the hole just when it looked like her night was over, too. We saw 30 women make history in 2018 as the first ever Women's Royal Rumble headline epic pay-per-view. Raw and SmackDown competitors joined legends and even a few NXT stars, including Sane. Michael Connor was actually the very first NXT star to appear in the Women's Royal Rumble. Granted, that's a byproduct of getting the unenviable number 6 spot, but she made history before fellow NXT star Ember Moon did. Going back to Kyrie Sane's appearance in the Royal Rumble, she walloped Sasha Banks so hard with the insane elbow that night. I don't think Banks actually couldn't see the spotlight. Most of the evening. Unfortunately, Sane's fight ended a bit earlier than expected, thanks to Dana Brooke, who here she comes out like Charlotte. Those things she can turn things around. Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double team finishing maneuver. The spike pile driver from Anderson and Boyd. Kyrie Sane! Big move coming! Oh! That might she goes to the cover. Look at this. What place? Forever 80 teams. Like it. Going all the way up. Kyrie Sane, big move coming. Oh, that is quality. She goes to the cover. Watch out! You're not stopping the audience. She's rolling like this. How these superstars are even still in this match is beyond me, especially given how intense the match has been. You still feel the glow when the lights are out? Now, she just needs, she goes for the cover. Things broken up. I can't believe it. And Naomi's showing us having a good time. Naomi has her right where she wants her. There it is. It's not taken. And she looked like she had no chance just a few moments ago. That's borderline dirty, if you ask me. At some point, the referee may want to think about stopping this one before somebody, and we have. Whatever technique is on the docket, the mayhem multiplies. Here's the proof. She's taking care of movement. That's a woman on a mission. Almost forgot about this one. And don't go.
Here, Naomi and Charlotte Flair.
I don't think there was any other alternative but the 10th though. Anytime you pick up a win inside of WWE, you have something to be extremely proud of. Against the TV folks, this Vegas crowd really is this one. The statistician for Titus Worldwide.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Roman Reigns from Cleveland, Ohio, Dana.
Tremendous athlete, great competitor. Dana Brooke, certainly one of the hardest workers in the women's division. Always trying to learn new skills and techniques to better her game. There's no doubt she has beauty. There's no doubt she has talent, but she also has brain. She's the lead statistician and business consultant for Titus Worldwide. I got my hands on one of those statistics earlier today. Did you guys know that Dana Brooke has never lost a match on the same day that Byron Saxton had his date? Really? That's right. If the name's Byron, that was your last date. On your business. Exactly. And she is.
And from Scottsdale, Arizona, Whitney.
Tell them about how inspired you are. That's just me, Corey. The entire WWE Universe, Nikki Bella, she is good. She is great. Great role model as well. You can try to be more like Nikki Guns. But you tell them you say, oh, the champion, the world wouldn't know what to do with two of me. Oh, God, think about it. Shut up, Byron. Here comes the war guy. Her entrance is just as unique as her offensive playbook.
And their songs. First, accompanied by Roman from Dallas, Texas. Amber.
How big is this match for these two teams here tonight? Well, by the tag team division is right not right. So while we're going to obviously be huge, I can tell you that a lot of it is absolutely devastating. Given the competition right now, a lot of teams are losing huge things. It's boss time! And here comes Sasha!
And her from Boston, Massachusetts. Watson. Hey.
Sasha Banks has made some great deals history here in WWE. Competed in the first ever women's Hell in a Cell and multiple women's champions. Boy, I don't understand what your issues are. Is what the old black your top peers is intolerable. Look at this jealousy. We can see a the way that Sasha has. Big time tag team match underway here. Guys, the tag team scene in WWE right now is so impressive. And these fans are a lot of the reason why. Looking a little dazed here. That's definitely not looking herself right now, bro. Go get some more. But nothing. Cloud suplex. Oh. Triangle 5 its target. Silence and leg sweep. Perfect form. Oh, nasty effect. We've got a cover. He's looking to get out of here with a win early. Too soon. Big slam. Tag made. Let's strike. I finally found out why Sasha Banks wears those ridiculous glasses. You spend that much time searching for a spotlight, it's hazardous to your eyesight. Impact. Sasha Banks not looking her best right now. You can feel however you like about Sasha's glasses, Corey, but when she hands them off to an excited kid in the audience, it means the world to that fan. Yeah, Sasha Banks has no problem paying homage to the hitman. And hey, maybe it will inspire the recipient to become a WWE superstar one day. It's your excuse for always sitting in the front row begging and waving. And it's so modest. Tag team history was made when the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions were crowned at Backlash 2016. The unlikely duo of Rhino and Heath Slater caught lightning in a bottle and ran through the tag team title tournament. In the finals, Rhino and Slater took on the Usos. I can't believe it, Michael. Nikki Bella, man, this ended this, fellas. Black attack coming. He can't walk after that attack is back. She has got to take advantage here. There was a lot on the line for me for all the glory here. Ken's breaking up. Beautiful technique. For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have two referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor, making sure teams follow the rules and do not engage in potentially damaging behavior. That's a good idea, something perhaps Mr. McMahon might want to consider. I rarely raise the point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed in tag team matches. Remember, WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for two referees being appointed to tag team matches. It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael. I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best for the superstars be responsible for themselves. The opponent official for the match needs to do the job they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much to ask. So she is on fire when a superstar pushes and performs. That means to the does. Oh, he does it better, Michael. We got an argument on our hands. Oh, it's just a few words, no big deal. Corey, you touched on this before. Part of it, tag teams' ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of, so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner. You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have, maybe the difference between a win and a loss. Maybe even. Hey, Pottery, just like that. Born off the bus, this one is over. Guys, we know Sasha Banks is part of an historic night here in her hometown of Boston when she squared off That backstabber. Sasha, the backstabber. The backstabber. That might just be the final nail in the coffin. All right, I wasn't at all surprised when Sasha Banks lost the women's champion cover. And then was the kick in. Too early for that. Nikki Bella's been part of so many legendary nights, but the 2018 Royal Rumble was a night to remember for a lot of reasons. Yeah, you're right, Michael. It was the first ever 30-woman Royal Rumble match, with the winner earning the chance to compete for the women's title at WrestleMania. Handstand, fantastic ability from Ember Moon. That's what makes her so dangerous. 2018 Royal Rumble in 9, Nikki Bella made a flashy entrance, but let's be honest, she failed in the end to Asuka. I'll give Nikki some credit for it. She hadn't been in the ring since WrestleMania. Go for gold. What a stunner. I think you feel foolish riding her off now. You don't perform a move like that unless you're looking to end the match. Cover here. Things broken up. I can't believe it. Watch out. Sorry for being trouble here. Further partner aren't going to let this derail them now. When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. To be part of the tag team, the two partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another. Nikki, this is a face-off on me, and now Nikki is ready. And there it is, boys. She's still in this one. Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos in sports entertainment's incredible history. Today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, but it's Raw. Can she end it here? I'll tell you that. How can you do that? Landing there. Nothing to worry about. Just a little misstep on her part. And it's Nikki Bella showing some agility. That is a beautiful thing to watch. Jeez. And to think, you guys counted Nikki out just a few moments ago. Drop suplex. If she gets in a tenfold, look at it. Fantastic ability from Ember Moon. Right, there's a cover. I thought that was it. She saw the opening and got the shoulder up. Oh, needed a spot. Keep your eye on this one. Impact. He's got her in her sights. Look out. She could be done. Looking for the exclamation. She might have quit. Great officiating as the ref noticed she was on the ropes. Oh, and she gets out of the way. Escapes trouble there. Here we go. She's almost there. Like, there's the tag. And that changes the entire look for these women, Michael. She goes for the cover. She's got a tremendous amount of resilience. I think she's got something left here. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Look at it go. Sharp knee. Shoulders on the left. T-roll. That may have been a slow thing.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Paul. How these superstars are even still in this match is beyond me, especially given how intense the match has been.
Stone. Good grief. You've got to believe this one's over. Comes up big with a reversal. Man, what a double knee strike right to the stone. I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope. She's got that gleam in her eyes. This one's a good measure. That's how you put an exclamation point on a match. Stop the ring again. What a brutal beating we've seen dished out so far here tonight. Guys, this is tag team competition at its absolute best. Nikki Bella with the tag. She's got something in mind. The rock attack coming. The fall that hurts. It's the sudden stop at the end. Had to do it. Shoulders on that. If Nikki Bella hits this one, it's over. The rock attack coming. Game, set, match. This one is over. She goes for the cover. 1, 2, digging deep for a kick out. She just will not give up, Paul. The rock attack coming. Oh, it's a reversal. Big rock. For authority. Putting it all on the line. She's licking her chops. This might be the one that ends it. We have seen her here before. What? This one's over, guys. 1. And that's the tag of Sasha Banks. Stop. Good grief. Destroy your face. Nikki Bella doing a great job of turning that one around. Time slam. Vicious. Dana Brooke is tagged in. There goes Dana Brooke getting in her opponent's head. Oh man, she's rolling now. Dana Brooke's going to have a serious trouble right now and gain ground fast to stay in there. At this point, she really needs to think about making a tag with Thunder.
I don't know how much longer she.
What a pretty performance. She goes for the cover. 1, 2. Was he done yet? He's not done yet. She's calling for him. Backstabber. Talking about the backstabber. The backstabber. That's it. That's what she needed. Miss my man.
Not sure how long she can keep it up, but she's fired up right now.
Surprising reversal from Sasha Banks. Tag in. I think she's trying to prove a point here. Takes her down. Well, nice move right there. I can't believe this one's still going on, especially after the beating that's been delivered tonight. Wow, fantastic ability from Ember Moon. Man, she knows how to make a comeback. Take reversal for her there. Here she comes on the counter. We'll see if she can turn things around. Back inside the ring now. Suplex. So close, just she makes the tag, and not a moment too soon, Michael. Oh, she drops hard. It was looking pretty good for her. This is a face off her knee, and now Nikki is ready. But what a comeback! And will this be it? Yes. Looks like we got a quarrel brewing. The ref's got to nip this in the bud. Here we go. And control. What a really great swinging neck breaker. She's definitely energized, but she better make sure she saves something for later. Nikki is hurting now, guys. She goes for the cover. 2, 3. They win like that. Says a lot about a duo. These ladies put on quite a show. Here's another gander. This was another great moment. Who can forget this? Look at her go. And here's the last look at this one.
Here, your winners, Ember Moon and Sasha Banks.
Talk about having to dig down deep to get up the road. To get the pinfall victory over such a high quality opponent is incredibly impressive, I believe. Social media has been buzzing over this Raw match ever since it began, and now that it's over, I actually anticipated intensifying. Oh my God, I'm down.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Sonia Patel from Yorktown Heights, New York, Nancy Rose.
Camera guy, telling me to focus on get this camera better. This thing is so blurry. It's making my eyes water. Nothing else matters right now, Byron. Physical attitude, fresh attitude required to be a true superstar at WWE. Boy, she's fast forward, but she can lift 225 pounds. I didn't hear a word you just said, Michael Cole. I heard it. That's impressive. She sure loves herself. If I looked like her, I'd love myself too. Look who's in the house.
And her partner, England. Hey.
Paige was on her own path, laid her own trail, answered to nobody that she didn't want to. Paige is truly a revolutionary in WWE. Guys, remember what Raw a few years ago when Paige made her WWE debut and won the Women's Championship? Truly unforgettable night, not only for Paige, but the entire WWE Universe. Paige has revolutionized the game since that very night. And it was that night where we began the transformation from the Divas Revolution to the Women's Evolution. Oh, this is awesome.
And they're on Carrier Canada. Trick. Goddess.
Trish Stratus, the first woman to main event a Monday Night Raw. Plain and simple, she may be the single greatest female superstar in the WWE. A true trailblazer in the women's division. What a treat to see Trish Stratus in action here tonight. Mela is money!
And her partner. And Satellite Singles. The Princess Stardust.
Irony, you ain't even admit the truth yet? That Carmella's the most obnoxious woman in the entire women's division? You are delusional. Carmella is money. We're blinders. Why would blinders on like Mella's on us? So the moment you know anything about it, it's going to let know. See, you're just for Carmella as well. Why would not? I think she's an unbelievable talent. Mella is money. And it looks like it'll be these two superstars kicking it off here tonight. Guys, the tag team scene in WWE right now is so impressive. And these two tandems are a lot of the reason why. Oh, bomb straight forearm. Tag team history was made when the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions was crowned at Backlash 2016. The unlikely duo of Rhino and Heath Slater caught lightning in a bottle and ran through the tag team title tournament. In the finals, Rhino and Slater took on the Usos to see which team fans wants to put it away. She better do something fast. There was a lot on the line in the tag team tournament finals. The Usos wanted to add another tag team. And she escapes the submission. Not a lot of people could break out of that one, Michael. You believe this one's over. Oh, what impact. Inside the ring now. Impact. Raw. Over the last few years, the tag team scene in WWE is hotter than it's ever been. One of the teams that has shined brighter than any other is the New Day. Jordan Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston are two-time tag team champions. But it was their second reign that put the New Day name in WWE history books forever. The tag team competition right now is as heated as it's ever been since the Attitude Era. Everywhere you look, there's another tremendous tag team combination looking to make a run at the WWE Tag Team Gold. When we talk about the New Day, the team won a fatal four-way match in their second tag team title reign in 2015's SummerSlam. I may think that all positivity stinks like a bag of rotten garbage, and that Woods, Kingston, and Big E are idiots. But I'll give the New Day this. They're one of the greatest tag teams ever. And what put them in that category was when their tag team championship reign lasted a record-setting 483 days. Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double team finishing move. The spike pile drivers from Anderson and Blanchard, the heart attack from the Hart Foundation, rocker dropper from the Rockers, or the Doomsday Brothers, the Road Warriors. A team needs to have a tag team finisher and be able to execute that finisher on all types of opponents. A few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history. Don't forget about the 3D from the Dudley Boys, or the drop kick from the 2017 WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express. Tag team action like in singles competition. Once a duo nails their opponent with a finisher, that's just sitting at the beginning of the end. It can take a long time for a tag team to decide on a double team finisher, but I agree. A team needs one, and it should be something that can be administered to any opponent. That's when a finishing move is truly effective. And since we're talking about tag teams, remember you and your partner have until the referee's 5 count to execute any requisite full technique. What a maneuver. Jeez, I don't like Trish Stratus' chances in this one. In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalia and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in Natalia and Carmella's corner. I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee would bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Azalea's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish glass kicker turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish born superstar. Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote unquote committee nonsense cost her blows the match. Double under on the blind. Still so impressive. Arguably one of the greatest female performers in WWE history. Trish Stratus, up she goes for the cover. DDT for a kick out. He's not done yet. Byron mentioned Trish's 7 championships, and what makes that number even more incredible is the fact that she won them all between 2001 and 2006. And as we've seen during her return of WrestleMania in 2011, or the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match in 2018, Trish can easily put herself back in the women's title picture. Trish Stratus starting to look a little drained. You can see her partner wants to get tagged in here. She's taking on quite a bit of damage here, guys. And if she doesn't find a way to make the tag soon, this one might be over. And for her sake, just hope this isn't the beginning of the end for her. There it is. She's made the tag. And her partner is on absolute fire right now. What? Nose line. Ouch. What is Paige's best strategy at this point? At this point, she really needs to think about making a tag to her partner. Victory is on the horizon. Can that beat Paige? She goes for the cover. Pin's broken up. I can't believe it. Look at her look in her eyes. She's in the zone now. Oh, here it comes. It's turn. This is all and over. What a sweeping blow. She went in here. in a tag team contest. What an incredible tag team contest. We got our money's worth for that one. Take a look. Man, oh man, look at that. I remember this part very well. Yes, Joseph. And here's how she finished this thing.
Here are your winners. Yes, you go. And me.
That was a big ball victory right there. When you put these two together, victory is really the only possible outcome. And it'll be interesting to see the ripple effects this win has in the weeks to come. There's a big hunt happening tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by the Rock, from Kentucky.
Brought up at her decadent tater farm in Kentucky. She's used to hunt for a living and then cook the food for her family. That is what Logan is all about. He also lives the Viking lifestyle. He's the direct descendant of Eric the Red. He's been blessed by the gods to be favored in battle. Byron, it just became iconic. Oh, I see it on the front.
And her partner, from Sydney, Australia, Peyton Troy.
Byron, I was texting a lot to him earlier today, and I heard Peyton Royce imitating you. Imitating you. An unbelievable impersonation. She does great impressions. Spot on, Byron Saxton. Oh, and by the way, she also handles her business inside the ring. Student of Lance Storm. Peyton Royce is absolutely incredible. Look at her, Byron. I can see her. Look, Peyton Royce is extremely talented. Her attitude, that's something else. She's been nothing but sweet to me, Saxton. Incredible legend, Jacqueline.
And their opponents, first, from Dallas, Texas, Jacqueline.
You know, Jackie and Terry once formed a group called PMS, Pretty Mean Sisters. Not only was she a trainer and coming up, she actually managed for teams. Did you know that Jacqueline was a former WWE Cruiserweight champion? Jacqueline, one of the toughest individuals that ever stepped foot in the ring, has competed against men and women for her entire career. Also, backwards, unbelievable. Here's your hypnotic, he is mesmerizing, he is as dangerous as the day is long. You are looking at a woman who single-handedly managed to change the entire complexion of the Raw Women's division. The great champion at NXT, a soul survivor to Survivor Series. The winner of the St. Peter's Women's Royal Rumble match. What a start to her career. Everyone's ready. It's like that. This tag team match is underway. Good golly, what a knee. And stomping away in the corner. Clothesline, forcefully delivered. And stomping away in the corner. How did they get away with that? That's not legal. Oh, wait. Yeah. Right in the mouth. Relax. It's not the hit. Oh, my. For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have two referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor, making sure teams follow the rules and do not engage in potentially damaging behavior. I think it's a good idea, something that Mr. McMahon might want to consider. Earlier, you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for two referees being appointed to tag team matches. Well, it's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael. I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. And the appointing official for the match needs to do the job they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much to ask. Nasty impact. Attacking the arm. Great way to break down your opponent. She's starting to feel it. But we've seen her come back from worse in the past. She's putting up quite a fight here, Cole. But despite that, now is probably a good. There she comes on the counter. We'll see if she can turn it into that. Suplex. Nice. Continuing to punish them. Right to the back. Gets the tag. Looks like Jacqueline is starting to slow here. Her and her partner making a great tag team. We'll see what they're made of here. The good news is that if it gets too out of control, she has her partner she can tag in while she catches her breath in the corner. But it's still early here, guys. It's going to take a whole heck of a lot more than this to keep her down. Incredible drop. You've got to believe this one's over. Not looking good for her right now. You can see her partner wants to get tanned in here.
She really needs to make a comeback here, guys. There's no way she can continue like this and expect to win the match. There's just no way. When a superstar is in a tag team match and has endured heavy amounts of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner and tag their partner. Something that they have to try is doing create separation between them and their opponent. That space gives a superstar the ability to move and catch their breath.
Get off the tag.
Corey touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment, make their way to their partner when they tag out. One way to do that is to create separation these foot bed so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of Asuka getting ready here? Look at Asuka. She can snap her arm. I knew it was only a matter of time. Man, I wonder if Peyton Royce can survive this.
And she escapes the submission.
Not a lot of people could break out of that one, Michael. Spinning kick. Just took the leg with a leg lay.
Talk about taking care of business.
Peyton Royce may just pick this one to bed. Let's get turns it around. Peyton Royce's career just getting started, guys. Let's see, she goes to the cover. Let's go get the silver up. Gonna take a whole lot more.
Look out. There's the tag.
And that changes the entire outlook for these women, Michael. Jacqueline is being shown the ropes here tonight, folks. What could she do to get out of this? At this point, she really needs to think about making a tag to her partner. That NXT breakout stuff the year award Michael brings up is something for Peyton to